We'll do it live, and we're doing it live here on Versus.
Versus.
I'm going to play this song for everybody. See if y'all know this song. Corey, let's see if you know this song. Hold on. Stand by.
Of course.
You know this
I know
song?
the Get Along Gang, of course.
Okay, just checking. This was stuck in my head this morning, and I was like, I'm going to put that on for Versus. Has nothing to do with said topic today, but we are going to be dipping into toys and cartoons and all the fun things we absolutely love about the 80s and, well, 90s, except for Diallo. But he'll never watch this, so it's all good. Corey's back with me. Corey, this is like our regular thing, brother. It's like, you know, literally we are the master debaters.
We certainly are. And I do love the fact that that I always get a 30-minute notification from Google Calendars that we're about to record. And this one, it said VS Gobots versus Transformers. And I was like, Gobots!
So, apparently T9 autocorrect doesn't recognize Gobots, and no. I don't recognize Gobots either, because I will be debating against Gobots and Corey will be debating for Gobots. But before we get to that, we just got back from Japan, and I'm enjoying a Sakura latte.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You're that asshole. For a whole year, you're going to be like, so when I was in Japan, and I know that because I was that asshole for the entire year after I was in Japan.
We're just going to keep it on a loop, guys. We're going to keep it on a loop.
Why not?
So, this is the last day of April. It's blowing my mind right now that it's the last day of April. And we try to record Versus somewhere in the calendar, but it's been a crazy month. Lots going on. So we thought, let's just do it on a Wednesday at noon. Maybe people are on their lunch break, like Magdalena. Maybe she is, maybe she's not. We'll find out in the comment section. If you're joining us, let us know in the comment section. One person is, surprisingly. And we are going to debate Transformers and Gobots in just a minute. But before we do, quick wrap up of the month. 80s Kids Unite was Mall Memories, and my God, that was a fun episode. Corey, you were back spasming on the ground as we were recording, and you're back in action. I'm sure everyone loves seeing your beautiful face now.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm in desperate need of a haircut and a shave, but I'm saving that for when I fly home tomorrow to Maryland. We're going to fly home, and then on Friday, I'm going to get a haircut. And then on Saturday, we have a wedding to go to. So I'm hopefully next time you see me on Versus, I will be much more clean shaven, because also too, it's getting pretty warm spring out. I don't need all this beard anymore, you know? But speaking of Japan, bro, I got lots of props for my beard in Japan. They loved it over there.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, I was surprised by some of the quote unquote social norms that might not be expected or accepted were. And your amount of facial hair went over really well. My tattoos went over really well.
Yeah, I think they don't grow their beards out a lot over there. I like social. I think it's a social thing or whatever, like you said, a social norm. But mine was like large and in charge, and I mean, I got so many compliments like on the regular about my beard. Did they like your tattoos too?
They did. We did go to one place where I was told to cover them up if I was going to get in the onsen, which is like basically a hot spring, with these flesh stickers. So flesh stickers will be the winner. The winner of this month's contest will win flesh stickers, courtesy of $2 late fee.
Yeah, no, the anti-tattoo thing over there is, I think, to combat the Yakuza and stuff like that. But yeah, even with Myra's like one tattoo on her foot, you know, they were still pretty adamant about like, if we're going to do like one of the springs or something, you kind of need to cover it up. And it's just, like you said, it's just a thing that's over there. It's just a cultural thing, you know?
So,
but hold on real quick. I will say, I did see somebody bending over, like somebody that worked at a hotel, to pick up a, suitcase for somebody else. They worked there, and their shirt kind of went up, and I could tell they had a full back tattoo that kind of stopped right where the pants were, you know? And I was like, Yakuza!
Black Rain. I'm a white guy in Japan, and I'm stereotyping.
We so need to do Black Rain soon, bro.
Yeah, we do. So for those that don't know, if you're just a $2 late fee fan, Corey is the Podcasting After Dark creator, Inception man. I am one half of Podcasting After Dark. Corey is essentially one half of $2 late fee in some respects too, because he's always on the show. And Dustin, for those that are wondering, the Patreon show that we do for $2 late fee, patreon.com/$2 late fee, Tales from the Video Store. Dustin makes an appearance. It's the first time in 4 months Dustin has been on the show. So if you're not a Patreon follower, subscriber, consider joining, and you can listen to how Dustin's doing this month. And if you're not a Patreon subscriber, you'll never know because he's pretty much off social media. Anyways,
Patreon subscriber for $2 late fee, so I will find out.
Yes, you are. And if you're not a Patreon subscriber to Podcasting After Dark, please consider joining Podcasting After Dark's Patreon as well. It's all familial. It's all together. We've got a lot of great content on both shows, and that segues into what I'm about to bring up. This show versus the debate show. There's always a winner at the end of the month. We reveal who that winner is on the following episode. So last month, Corey and I debated Storm Shadow versus Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Corey won that debate handedly. There was, I don't think, any votes for Storm Shadow as their favorite ninja.
That's a shame. I thought that was going to be much more neck and neck.
It was literally just Snake Eyes. Snake Eye.
I mean, people do love their Snake Eyes. I'm not going to lie. And that's the thing too. Like, I feel like even if you asked somebody who didn't watch G.I. Joe and you showed them a picture of Snake Eyes, they would, I'd say 90% chance know his name was Snake Eyes. Guarantee you they wouldn't know Storm Shadow.
Snake Eyes is iconic. Storm Shadow is similar to other ninjas. So there's only one Snake Eyes. Yeah. There are other stories. So I get it. So because Corey won that debate, he chooses a Patreon subscriber from Podcasting After Dark. The winner will be chosen from our Patreon pool for respective Patreon. So, Corey, who in the Podcasting After Dark Patreon is the winner of last month's contest?
Yep. So I put it all into, one of those computers or whatever. I gave everyone a number, put it into one of those computer auto generator things online. And Robert Ortiz, you won, buddy boy. Woo! Woo-hoo!
Robert is also a Patreon subscriber to $2 late fee, so he probably would have won if I was the winner. But Robert, you're the winner. If you're watching this, we'll be sending you out something very special and later this month. And the winner of this month's debate will be announced in June because in May. Tomorrow's May.
That's excellent Japan time. I have a feeling this one is probably going to go to $2 late fee.
I got a feeling too. So just to give everybody,
I'm going to do my best though.
You're going to do your best. And just so everyone knows the format of this show, we put 3 minutes on the clock. You have 3 minutes to debate your topic and why you're for it. And there is an option for a 1 minute rebuttal at the end, or you can pass. We will go back and forth until we do both sides. And at the end, we'll have a wrap up. And you guys, listeners, you followers, you watchers will decide who is the winner, Gobots or Transformers.
I didn't know I could pass on a rebuttal. I didn't know that was an option.
I mean, if Dustin was here right now, he'd go, whoa, wait, hold on. This is a whole new revelation.
I know. And then we talked 20 minutes about the rules.
I'm the captain now. Who's the captain?
Look at me. Zach's the captain now.
And I'm looking all over the place because my camera's all wooky. Okay, so we are going to start by, we're not going to flip a coin. I'm going to let Corey decide because he was the winner. The winner of the last contest gets to decide whether they want to go first or second. So Corey, do you want to go first defending the Gobots or second defending the Gobots?
Yeah, I think I'll go first. I'm ready to rock and roll, and I hope I have enough here to go for 3 minutes.
Okay, so before you do, I am going to play something to just remind everybody what the Gobots are all about, and it is going to play right now.
They appear to be mighty robots, but you change them into mighty vehicles. Gobots and Super Gobots, each sold separately. Gobots, 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 mighty robots, mighty vehicles, Gobots. Gobots and Super Gobots, Destroyer, Sight Kill, and Leader 1, each sold separately from Tom.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Woo! So, oh boy, that Leader 1 brings back some good memories, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to put 3 minutes on the clock And Corey will begin when I say go. Before I do that, I just need to make sure my timer is set and locked, loaded. And are you ready, Corey?
I'm ready, baby.
Ready, set, and go.
All right. So the GoBots toys were much more accurate, cartoon accurate than the Transformers toys were. Honestly, they looked exactly like their counterparts, which was something that Transformers did not whatsoever. They had an awesome female GoBot in Crasher. She was super cool. She was one of the Renegades, unlike those cowards over at Hasbro who couldn't give us a female Transformer until the movie with RC. Yeah, Crasher's freaking awesome. Loved her so much. The Guardians and the Renegades are so much better names than Autobots and Decepticons. I mean, come on. What does Autobot even mean? Automatic robot? Like, really? And then Decepticon? I mean, what are you going to do? You trying to deceive me or something? Come on. Renegades, like, they could still be good. They could be rebelling against that's a bad look for Psykill.
Yep.
Oh no.
Sorry. I'm invading Corey's space right now.
I know. You're throwing me off a little bit. I will say most of the GoBot toys were pocket-sized, which we know Zach loves his pocket-sized toys, and so you can play with them in his pocket. You could easily take them to school. You could easily take them on trips. But some of the GoBots were actually, you had supersized versions of them as well. Personally, I absolutely adored my supersized Psykill. I think he was awesome. They had awesome play sets like the one Zach is showing right now that I think is much cooler than any play set that Transformers ever had. Oh crap, what was that one that was like I'm being thrown off now. The one that was like a train that had a train and everything. GoBots play sets, you could actually put the GoBots in there. Again, can I stress enough that they were pocket sized? They were so cool. But again, I really need to hone in on the fact that the toys, the robotic toys versions looked exactly like their cartoon counterparts. And I think personally, that is one of the main things that drew me to GoBots is I could actually look, at the toy and say, hey, that looks exactly like the cartoon. And I could actually play my scenarios out with the one GoBot that I actually owned. So actually I had two. I had the car that had the head was the cab or something, and then the supersized Psykill. How much time do I still have left on?
You got 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I got something to play for you if you want to eat those 30 seconds up. If you want to
eat them up, baby. That's good at all I had.
This is what we got for the last 30 seconds. Here you go.
The movie is almost here. Gobots, Battle of the Rock Lords. Yes, Orange. Soon on the big screen, you will meet heroic Boulder, evil Magma, the Gnarly, and a cast of fantastic new Rock Lords. This is one battle I do not intend to lose. Gobots, Battle of the Rock Lords, the movie. From Clubhouse Pictures, rated G, coming soon to a theater near you.
I don't think that helped my cause at all, but I will throw one last thing in. Bernard Eckard as Psykill was freaking awesome. Love his voice. Always love his voice.
All right. Well, I will.
But I think you just tanked my argument with that commercial.
I will launch into my 1 minute rebuttal right now by saying I think that trailer that I just showed speaks for itself. We debated GoBots in the Battle of the Rock Lords. We didn't debate it. We discussed it on the previous TV Obscura episode on Podcasting After Dark. If you haven't listened to that yet, go back and listen to that.
We were not kind.
We were not kind. I was more kind than the two of you. I just want to point out some of the phallic names that these GoBots have. This is Thruster 1. Sorry, yeah. Thruster 1. Yes, while it is cool and it is accurate as far as their size goes for the figures, because this is from my childhood, it makes the most annoying beeping sound in the world. I won't play it for you because it might actually hurt everyone's phones if you're watching. I do want to point out too, while I do love Leader 1, I think this picture pretty much sums it up. It is, the car crash of Turbo.
What is he trying to fan the flames out?
Scooter inadvertently is actually making it worse by fanning the flames. So my time is up. I think I pretty much destroyed GoBots in those two images and the trailer that Corey chose to play, not me. And there you go.
Yeah.
And thank you, two people, for joining us. Remember, I'll remind you again, you're the ones who choose whether GoBots wins or Transformers wins. So if GoBots gets more votes, GoBots is going to win. And we will choose a Patreon winner from Podcasting After Dark if that's the case. Okay, I wish I had 3 minutes of GoBots discussion because I could probably tear it up. Before I go into Transformers, I'm going to play this.
And more Autobots join Optimus Prime. Cup
Reminds me of the battle on Beta 4.
Hot Rod.
Watch my smoke.
Blur.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
And these are the new Decepticons, the evil Cyclonus.
I'm spoiling for a fight.
And Scourge.
No one escapes the sweet.
But soon a new Autobot leader will arrive, introducing Rodimus Prime. No one can take on the Decepticons like Rodimus Prime.
The Transformers.
The Transformers, each sold separately from Hasbro.
No one can take on the Decepticons like Rodimus Prime. Come check out Rodimus Prime. He had a very specific way of saying Rodimus Prime, and he said it the same way every time. Rodimus Prime.
Rodimus Prime.
By the way, I have a little something to share too.
Yes, you do. You have a
coordination star screen.
That is not going to help your cause any because it's really cool looking. So I will put 3 minutes on my clock and we will go. All right, so Transformers, it says it all. Corey's holding up a really cool looking version of Starscream. Transformers have been around for over 40 years. And while they might have come out around the same time as GoBots, and while GoBots are fun size, and I do love my fun size toys, they are expansively more intricate and detailed and backstory driven. The GoBots are humanoid type people who were basically fused into robots versus the GoBots coming from, Cybertron, which was a robot planet.
Versus the Transformers coming from Cybertron.
Sorry, versus the Transformers. Thank you. Look at you defending me. I pointed out these super adventure books that I got from the book fair, and 80s Kids Unite will be talking about the book fair next month. The GoBot books.
I had that exact one.
Oh, maybe I stole it from you when I was not in Maryland. And while, these are just normal illustrations, the Transformer version is watercolored. Ooh. So, someone took the time to actually watercolor the Transformers Autobots and just look how menacing,
beautiful.
Yeah. So Megatron versus Optimus Prime, that is a beautiful watercolor painting. And, the universe, they had robot looking faces for the most part. GoBots it was the top of a car as the head of the car. That's kind of cool. But, as a kid, I wanted it to look more like a robot. They had insects. They had the unfaceable ones where they had like a human body, but they transformed into a robot. That was cool. We're not going to talk about the scale because Corey could probably tear me up when it comes to that. And of course, besides the Transformers, the movie, I'm going to eat up my last minute of time by playing this. If it wasn't for Transformers, we wouldn't have this.
Okay, Dirk, you ready?
Yeah, I was born ready, Nick. Let's go, man.
Dirk Diggler demo.
Keep the vocals up.
You got the touch. Take 7. Excuse me, Reed.
You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah. After all is said and done, you never walk, you never run, you're a winner. You got to move, know the streets, break the rules, take the heat. You're nobody's fool. You're at your best when the going gets rough. You've been put to the test, but it's never enough. You got the touch.
Think that's all I need to say when it comes to why Transformers is better than GoBots. That's it. That's all I got to say. Corey, you got 1 minute on the clock.
1 minute.
Rebut
Put it
that.
on, baby.
Ready, set, go.
The Transformers toys, and I mean, this is the truth. They looked nothing like their on-screen counterpart until now. They do it now, which is nice. The scale, I hated the freaking scale. The scale was freaking terrible. You know, one thing, like, well, first off, Megatron could transform to the size of a gun that could fit into Starscream's hand, even though he was actually the size of Starscream in real life. IRL made no goddamn sense. No female Transformers until RC came along in the movie, and RC's pretty hot. Wow. And finally, Zach, all I have to say is Daniel.
You got 10 seconds.
Daniel.
You want 10 seconds?
Yeah, that's it. Daniel.
Okay. Oh, well, I think this is Corey, and that's me.
So
that's the end.
Zach,
That's all
real
she wrote.
talk. I had that GoBots book. That was awesome. But I also had the Transformers ones too. Yeah, I had that exact one
With this jerk on the front,
with that
Matt,
fucking jerk store on the front right there.
jerk mustache guy.
Oh my god. Yeah. And I definitely had more Transformers toys than I did GoBots, but I did not have a lot of Transformers toys growing up as a kid. They were not one of my favorite of the franchises, of like the big three franchises. They were actually probably my third favorite. I will say nowadays, like with this Starscream, this coordination Starscream, the technology is pretty freaking impressive. I mean, I've never transformed him, but he turns into his jet form and he looks accurate. How the hell do they now make them like cartoon robot accurate and being able to transform into like, you know, vehicle accurate? It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It is really impressive. I totally agree with you that the toys now, our childhood is finally, you know, we're making them right versus back in the day. And I'm not going to lie, I actually like a lot of the GoBot figures. I thought they were really cool looking, especially the smaller ones. I wasn't a huge fan of the bigger ones. Thruster one, why I still have this, I have no idea. But it's got a working elevator and it transforms into a robot. And, you know, that's kind of a cool thing that you mentioned the train transformer Decepticon. It was a Decepticon.
No,
train.
he was an Autobot. He had the damn it. He's like Omega 1 or something like that.
They had that too, but there were Decepticons as well that were like
I know which one you're
shuttle.
talking about.
And in the movie, in the movie, they go in they go in the space shuttle to escape from, you know, being destroyed. And it wasn't accurate. That was my biggest complaint about the Transformers. But overall, it's not up to us to decide. It's up to you listeners to determine who you like more. Who do you like more? You know, we got the Transformers, and if we didn't get the Transformers, we wouldn't have The Touch, which is by far one of the greatest 80s anthems of all time, in my opinion. And if it wasn't for the GoBots,
we wouldn't have the Rock Lords.
We wouldn't have the Rock. Yeah, exactly. So
if we just compared movies, the Transformers movie it blows everything out of the water. And I mean, at this day and age, I rewatch G.I. Joe, the TV show and the movie. I rewatch He-Man, the TV show, a lot. I don't rewatch Transformers, the cartoon, but I will watch the movie on the reg. And at this point, like, that's my favorite way to consume the Transformers, property franchise is through that animated movie, not the Michael Bay ones.
Yeah, well, to refresh everybody's memory, I will show that right now.
You got the touch!
2 years in the making. Spectacular widescreen animation with an original story that will shock and surprise you. It opens everywhere Friday, August 8th. Transformers, the movie. A monster planet destroys everything in its path, while Megatron and Prime fight to the death. Starring Leonard Nimoy and Judd Nelson, with songs by Weird Al Yankovic and Stan Bush. Don't miss it. Transformers, the movie. Rated PG. Opens in theaters everywhere, August 8th.
I mean, dude, there are multiple times in that movie when I watch it that I get goosebumps, you know? And there were multiple times in the GoBots and Battle for Rock Lords movie that I just wanted to stab my own eyeballs out.
Well, I think that's a
but
good.
guys, go vote on GoBots because
Y-
you know what? Because I know that nowadays they get crapped on a lot. They really weren't that bad back in the day. I actually thought, some of them were fun, some of them were cool. Like you said, that one where the cab turns into the head, and you're
Yeah.
like, it was weird, but also kind of cool. And I was the same way. I was like, it's weird. I don't really get it, but at the same time, it's kind of cool looking. I actually kind of liked it,
It was kind of cool, yeah. And as far as the cartoons are concerned, it comes down to Sunbow, Bow.
Yeah.
Sunbow did Transformers, and Hanna-Barbera did GoBots. So it's a difference in animation styles too. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer that Sunbow, I wouldn't say Saturday morning, I'd say Monday through Friday syndicated cartoon animation, or the Saturday morning cartoon Hanna-Barbera style? So it's up to you.
And also too, they both had Frank Welker, except Frank Welker's Megatron so much better than Frank Welker's Scooter. Scooter is the worst character in existence.
Well, Scooter apparently doesn't care about his friend Turbo because he's
no, it's like he's gonna beat him off or something. I don't know what's going on there.
mean, there's something going on there. He looks more accurate to his figure versus he does on the cartoon, by the way. So I'll just point that out. Yeah. Anyways, you guys decide. You are the fans. You are the listeners. You have the touch. You have the power to decide. And Versus will be back at the end of next month. Probably Corey and I again, because Corey is my tried and true and trusted companion on this debater life.
Well, Zach, I mean, at the end of next month, you and I are going to be together going to Pasadena Comic-Con. I'll be staying with you. We're going to be recording an episode of Podcasting After Dark as well.
Yes.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do Versus in person, maybe? I don't know. We have to figure out the logistics of it.
Yeah, so join us for that. Mark it on your calendars. Most likely we will be. So go to our Instagrams, respective Instagrams, Podcasting After Dark, or $2 late fee to find out more about that, the topic, when, where, yada, yada, yada. And like Corey said, we'll be at Pasadena Comic-Con in May 24th, which I believe is a Saturday.
It is, yeah.
Find us there. I believe we'll be running some panels. It's all getting worked out logistically right now, but a lot of great guests at Pasadena Comic-Con. Way better than San Diego Comic-Con, if you think about it, because you get to actually talk to these people versus just being in a cattle call line and being moved in and out. And there's no Hall H in Pasadena Comic-Con. Scott Zillner does a great job.
And you can actually get tickets, unlike, San Diego Comic-Con, which I've only ever gone to like once or twice, and that was like 20 years ago. And I've never been able to get tickets ever since. So
not so much fun. Yeah. But anyways, join us for that. Lots of great content coming soon from Podcasting After Dark, $2 late fee, Territory Marks, 80s Kids Unite, a TV Obscura, bada bing, bada boom, taka-ting, taka-toon. Corey's getting on a jet plane and he's leaving today. And I will say, I was about to say sayonara. See you later. Don't be like Starscream. Don't get too cocky in life. You'll get your head shot off by Megatron. And you'll turn into this. All right, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Am I still streaming? Oh, Zach. How to...